If you follow me on any of my social media channels or work with me in any of my programs, you will know that I am big on using great language to communicate the value of what you do, to support your sales, your revenue, and your profit. In today's episode of the Pilates Business Podcast, we're going to take a deep dive into one particular aspect of marketing. It's one that you're going to want to adopt and to start using right away. I'm talking all about power phrases today, and I can't wait to tell you exactly what I mean by that in today's episode. Well, hi there, I'm Seran Glanfield. I'm a business and marketing strategist just for boutique fitness studio owners like you. If you're ready to be inspired and make a bigger impact, you're in the right place. All you need are a few key strategies, the right mindset, and some support along the way. Join me as I share the real-life insights that will help you grow a sustainable and profitable studio. This is the Pilates Business Podcast. Welcome back to the Pilates Business Podcast. I'm Seran. I've got my coffee here today, and I'm thrilled. This week, I'm opening up enrollment into my marketing intensive program very, very soon. And I'm working behind the scenes on all of the final details that's going to make this program exceptional this year, because I am updating and adding strategies and adding tools and adding resources to this program so that it is more valuable and value packed than ever before. Now, if you haven't heard of my marketing intensive program, then you may not know that this is the program that I designed to make marketing your studio business easy and straightforward without spending a ton of time on things that don't work, right? I've been working with studio owners now for over 10 years on marketing. And trust me when I say that I have seen it all. In that time, there have been a lot of trends that have come and gone. And those studio owners that have strong business skills today are those that have they've been consistently active in developing those skills over the last however long they've owned their studio, and it's reflected in the health of their business. Right now, my marketing intensive program is an 8-week program that takes you step by step by step through the process of crafting your marketing message and then using that message to attract new clients into the studio, increase your retention, and increase your client spend. Now, I only share the tactics that work inside the program because I know that you've got enough on your plate already. You don't have time to waste on things that just don't work, right? And a huge part of the reason why I do what I do truly is because I know how it feels to be on a path where you've got talents and skills when it comes to teaching, you've got the knowledge and the expertise, and you've invested in that extensively. Yet perhaps you're frustrated with your business not getting the traction or awareness or visibility that you want. Okay. And I also know just how important the work that you're doing really is. And I don't think that you have to struggle through trying to figure this out on your own and spin your wheels and find yourself getting frustrated, burnt out. There truly is a better way. All right. So the marketing intensive is opening up very, very soon. You're going to get some emails from me about it if you are if you're on my email list. If not, then I encourage you to go to spring3.com/marketing intensive. And I do only open up this program a couple of times a year, and it's incredibly popular and incredibly impactful. So if this is the year that you want to up level your marketing, then take a look at the program and let me know your questions. All right. Now, it comes as no surprise to you that I do talk every single day with studio owners about how to hone in on your marketing messaging and specifically how to avoid the marketing overwhelm. Okay. And I know that when you skip over this part of the puzzle, you truly end up spinning your wheels. And I've worked with studio owners that tell me they've got their marketing down and they just need my help with figuring out their pricing. And then when we get into the details, they actually don't have the fundamentals in place. And we have to come back to these kind of building blocks of crafting a solid marketing message, a solid marketing plan. That pricing is just one part of that. Okay. Because marketing is kind of like a puzzle. So when I start working with my clients, I always ask them about their business so I can understand them. I can understand them, what they do in their studio. Yes. But also
what the experience it is that they're delivering to their clients, the way they interact and engage with their clients. And, I have a bit of a checklist that I go through with every single one of them. And I'm big into systems, shocking. But we don't have time to waste over here at Spring 3. When I'm working with studio owners who are busy, I want to make sure that every minute that we spend together is incredibly impactful. So I ask about marketing, and I'll ask about what is working and what's not working. And here's the thing, you guys, so often I find that studios are not intentional about the message that they're putting out into the world. Okay. And this is not because of any other reason other than, we don't know what we don't know. Right. And if you haven't done that deep work to figure out how to communicate the value of what you do, how to stand out, it's not your fault. Not at all. They don't teach you this in your teacher training program, but it is work that is critical if you want to be able to clearly and concisely articulate what you do for your clients so that they understand the value of what you have to offer and you no longer end up competing on price alone. Now, as much as I do that we only get a very, very short amount of time to make that impact with our marketing efforts. We are all bombarded and overloaded with information at all times. So the clearer and more intentional that you can be with your marketing message is the way that you're going to become memorable and the way that it's going to have the impact that you want. And I'm a firm believer that when you're wanting to up-level your marketing, it's not about doing more. It's not about adding more to your plate, adding more hours to marketing. It's actually sometimes the thing I want you to stop doing a little bit, because I want you to use the time that you do dedicate to marketing as effectively as possible. And that doesn't just mean that you want to be posting more to social media, right? And what I support my studio owners to do in my programs is to improve the level of communication with their clients, right? And the quality of that communication, such that when those words have impact, they have meaning, and they have power. Now, this isn't easy to do. This is something that takes some skill, takes some time, takes a little bit of thought, and a little bit of practice, right? But when you have the tools and you've had the trainings, then you become very, very, very equipped to be able to communicate really effectively. And luckily, it's often things that you will say, you'll discover language and words that you will use over and over and over again. Okay. So the work that we do is deep work. And in order for you to be a successful marketer, you really, truly need to do this work. Otherwise, you're just going to spin your wheels, at the surface, as it were, and not really developing marketing messages that have the impact, that resonate with your clients, that compel them to take action and book the sessions with you. Right? Because without a doubt, I know that you have probably been marketing your business for a while and possibly feeling frustrated at your marketing efforts, not getting the results that you want. And I can guarantee that will continue to happen if you don't make changes, because, we're in a period of a little bit of uncertainty, not as much uncertainty as we have experienced over the last 3 years or so, but this year is looking a little bit, we're going to be in a little downturn, and so we want to make sure that we have got our marketing up to par, right? Now, marketing is like a muscle. It's something that you do have to flex often for it to work. So sometimes I'll get folks calling me and we'll have a conversation and I'll about their business and what they do and where they are and how they help their clients and all of those great questions for me to understand them. And then we'll get to talking about marketing and I will say, okay, tell me about your marketing activities. And they will say, oh, I don't do marketing because it doesn't work. Right. And the problem with having that mindset around marketing is that it's not something that you can do once and then walk away from. It's like a habit. It's a muscle that you have to flex often. The more you do it, the more comfortable you become, but the more effective it is. Right. And in the beginning, it might not be comfortable. But when you have the right strategies and you have the right words and language in your back pocket, it will come very, very easily and very naturally for you. And the impact of these very small changes in your marketing efforts does have an incredible impact on your growth, on your revenue, and on your retention. Okay. And I know there's a lot of advice out there when it comes to marketing. I know that you're getting bombarded every day, whether you're online, on Instagram. There's a lot of different ideas. There's a lot of different ways that you can market your studio business. There's a lot of different styles to marketing, and there's a lot of different levels of expertise. And having been in this business, helping studios market themselves for the last 10 years, I will tell you 100% without a doubt that there is not one size that fits all. Okay. I know that what works for some studios may not work for another. And this goes for pricing models. It goes for marketing. It goes for hiring. It goes for lots of different things in your business. There's not one way to do this. Okay. And so I don't want to see you going down a rabbit hole, wasting a bunch of time, wasting a bunch of money, trying to figure it out or trying to figure out how you can make someone else's strategy work in your business. Okay. It doesn't have to be hard, but I do think that we have to be thoughtful about the actions that we're taking in our business and making sure that that all aligns with our business model and our business goals. Okay. Now, there's one thing that I really want you to take away from this episode today. And, you know, I've been in this industry, in the Pilates industry, in the boutique fitness industry for a long time. Okay. I kind of tipped my toe in back in 2008. And that's when this whole thing started. And I will say that over that time, I've watched a lot of very talented, very experienced teachers struggle in their business, struggle in getting the recognition that they deserve. And what I learned very early on as a teacher, and I think this is one of the reasons that I do what I do today, is because being a wonderful teacher is actually separate and distinct from being a good business person. And often your success as a teacher is not necessarily always tied to how good of a teacher you are. Okay. And I know that might not be what people want to hear. So I'm sorry if that's not what you want to hear. But if you want to do well in your career and you want to have a successful and thriving studio business, yes, please do invest in your teaching skills. I absolutely encourage you to do that. Fuel your fire and make sure that you are as excellent as you can be as a teacher, but you can't ignore the marketing and business side of the skill set that you need to reach the success that you want. Okay. And I've worked with studios of all sizes, big, small, and in between. And of all the things you do in your business, marketing absolutely has to be top of the list. And here's the key thing. It's not about, like I said, doing more. It's not about how much you're posting to social media or whether you're doing 3 or 5 reels a week or a day or what have you. It's mostly about your messaging. Okay. And when you've got your messaging down, that is what you're talking about, what you're telling people about your business, the way that you are talking about what you do, you'll begin to develop ways of saying things, ways of introducing yourself, ways of describing what you do in a very powerful way. That this is, these are words, these are copy, these are languages, these are phrases, these are examples and case studies and sentences that you say and you share with your clients and in all of your marketing that has an impact and the impact that you want, which typically is more ease in your business, more revenue and more growth and more clients and better retention, right? All of the above. And these phrases that you use, these are your power phrases, okay? And these will be unique to you. Again, this is not something that you can copy from someone else, although you might look at someone else's and say, hey, well, that's good. This has to come from within you because you're unique to your business. I have worked with hundreds and hundreds of studios and not a single studio has ever been exactly the same as another studio. You've got different vision for what you want for your business. You've got a different set of skills and talents. You've got a different way of connecting with your clients, a different experience that you give inside of your studio. So these phrases, these words, they have to come from within you. And that might sound a little bit daunting, but it's not as hard as you think to find those phrases. In fact, some of you who have run studios successfully for years and see consistency in your business and in your growth will be leaning on some of these phrases already, I'm sure, but you just do it naturally. You have an instinct for it. But when you get very intentional about using those phrases, it really does have a tremendous impact on your business. And when you get clear about what you want to share with your clients, then you can start to include that at different points in the customer journey, at various points in the funnel. Okay. Now, I've certainly heard it before, right? From those studios that have a wait list, they say, I don't need to market. I'm full already and I don't want to add more clients because my schedule's packed, or I'm kind of feeling happy with how much I'm working and I don't want to work anymore, and I don't want to have more people calling me because then I won't know what to do, and I'll get so busy and I'll get so tired and I'll get so exhausted. And I've worked with those studio owners and I say to them, you still do need to do your marketing. Okay. And here's why. If you have an abundance of clients in your business, there are lots of ways to handle that very, 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 very professionally and very well that gets everyone what they want. And what you'll find is no matter how good you are at keeping clients, no matter how good of a teacher you are, every business, every studio has a natural rate of client attrition. You will lose a certain number of clients every year from illness and moving away, etc. Okay. And that's totally fine. But when this happens, if you're not doing any marketing to bring new people into your business, your wait list will start to dwindle or disappear completely. Okay. And if you've not even done marketing because you never had to, and you're waiting till the point where you have to do marketing to learn how to market, then it's going to take too long for that to become effective for you to figure out what works, for you to figure out those phrases, for you to figure out what tactics work and what strategies work. And you will find that it will take a very, very long time to attract the clients that you want into your business, to put them into your schedule at the places that you want, and then to fill your schedule again. Okay. And at this point, if you're struggling at this point to up level your marketing, and then you're starting to hurt a little bit financially, so you don't know what to do, this is often where I see studio owners start to offer discounts, start to see a bit of a decline, start to feel a bit frustrated by their business, right? And that doesn't put you in a very great place. So if you have never done the work to educate yourself on how to market, and you haven't put the groundwork in yet, if you haven't been consistent, if you're feeling like that in your heart of hearts that there is more that you need to do to feel confident in your marketing, and to feel confident in knowing that you have the tools that you need to really drive revenue and growth in your business, then I would say now is most definitely the time to do that. There is a tremendous amount of opportunity out there right now. I'm saying my studio owners really, really doing so fantastically well. Their 2023 has gotten off to a phenomenal start because they've been putting the time and energy and effort into developing their marketing and business skills. And as we continue on through the year, you want to make sure that you are not being left behind, that you are able to continue to attract clients into your business, to fill the spots in your classes and on your schedule, and make sure you've got a nice little buffer there so that when you need to, you can dial up that marketing and get a few more clients in. And then when you need to, you can kind of start the waitlist situation if you need to. There are lots of other things that you can do to manage those situations. So don't wait, you guys, to invest in developing your marketing skills. Okay. Marketing is most certainly a bit of a muscle. You have to work it every single day. And I want to see you build the business that you want. For that, you need your clients to know who you are. You need to know what you do, and to know what the value is of what you do. Right. Now, great marketing is not just about pictures on Instagram. It's not just about the logo. It's not about the most beautiful form. Okay. Not about posting more often or even having the most beautiful feed. Good marketing is truly about connecting with your clients so that they are interested and inspired by you, and are inspired to come to you and to seek your help. Right. And for that, you really do need to be able to talk about what you do. You have to be comfortable with talking about what you do, right? Not just the method. Not saying that Pilates is this method of movement that was created by Joseph Pilates. Like that is not compelling to a new client. That is a fact and a statement, but it doesn't tell them why they should come to you specifically, right? We want to be able to share with your clients what you really do for them. Because when you think about the clients that you have taught today, you know that you have helped them in ways more than just probably what you might be listing on your website. Okay. And that's the language that I want to pull out of you, that I want to help you to be able to share with your clients. And this is truly why I come in here. I talk about this a lot on the podcast. I talk about this tremendously inside of my Thrive group coaching program. And this is all we focus on pretty much inside of the marketing intensive program. And this is going to be a little bit different. There's a lot of people out there that will tell you to post TikTok 5 times a day, and that's the way to do it. There's a lot of people that will tell you that you need to go and sign up for this software, and that's the way to do it. There'll be a lot of people that tell you need to get on Groupon or Yelp. There's lots of different strategies out there, you guys. And The tactics will leave you spinning in your wheels if you don't have that foundation and those building blocks that align your tactics with the business that you have and the business that you want. Okay. So let's recap. You have to be marketing your business. If you wait to focus on this, then you'll be scrambling when you really need to be taking action to market your business. You'll be scrambling to learn how to market. You'll be scrambling to try things. You'll be scrambling to test what works. And you'll be scrambling more because some of those things might not work for you when you need them to, right? But when you begin with truly understanding the impact that you have, the value of what you do, and then knowing exactly with confidence how to communicate that effectively, then you're in a position to build a solid marketing plan and to implement strategies that are 100% aligned with you and your business and your goals. Because effective marketing doesn't give you results overnight. It takes time to warm up your clients, to get people's attention, to take them on that journey with you into your business. So you have to start now and you have to make it a regular action item. Now, I know that some of you feel like you have a hard time with marketing. Maybe you're not sure where to start. And I know that some of you feel like you don't want to bother people with this. You don't want to be pushy and slimy and salesy. You don't want to coerce people into doing something that perhaps is not right for them. And I absolutely agree. This is not what I'm talking about here at all. But you do need to, for the people who are looking for what you do, when you know how to talk about what you do in a way that resonates with them and where they're at, that's when you have these very organic, very authentic conversations where it's just so natural for them to take that next step and become a client of your studio. Now, you didn't come out of the womb knowing all of this stuff, right? And just like how you learned to become the teacher that you are today, you'll need to invest in your skills as a marketer and as a business person to grow a successful and thriving studio business, okay? So these power phrases are a simple but effective way to share and communicate your value. And these are the phrases that I promise you, you will use over and over and over again for years to come because they work. And when you develop these phrases, and this is what we do inside of the Marketing Intensive, then you have not just one phrase, you have many different ways to communicate the value of what you do. And you are going to be able to share that in a way that is memorable and people remember you for what you want to be known for. So I hope this was helpful to you as you continue to build your boutique fitness business. And if you love what you heard today, please go and take a quick minute and go to the place wherever you're listening to this and rate and review this podcast. It will mean a ton to me and will really help to make sure that this podcast gets out there into the community so that more teachers and business owners just like you can get the help and support that they need in their business journey in our industry.